Hey guys, welcome to today's episode where we're going to be installing a reverse camera on my very own Forester XT. When I bought the vehicle, it came with a bunch of extra goodies. I didn't plan on receiving them, but as I went to pick the vehicle up, the whole boot was full and it came in boxes of things. The headlight lenses being one of them, and then the reverse camera being the other. We've got a few more modifications to fit to the vehicle, but I'm just busy prepping those for fitting, and we'll include you in those videos as well.
Yeah guys, we've done a fair few wiring jobs in our day, so this one should be quite an easy one. Let's get to it. For today's tool list, it's pretty simple guys. We're going to use trim clip remover tools. Good idea to use some plastic ones as well, just to not damage your trims. Phillips head screwdriver. Most trim clips will have a Phillips head end to it. You need to undo before you remove it with a trim clip remover. Gets a bit dark and gloomy in the car sometimes, so we're going to use a torch as well. This one's just a nice Boston Mechanic one, works quite well. To keep your job nice and neat as well, we're going to use some consumables. We're going to use just zip ties and conduit, keep it all nice and clean, just so there are no pieces of metal or anything is going to be rubbing through your wires. Keeps it nice and clean there. This is what we're going to be fitting. So this is the reverse camera. It's just an eBay special. Hopefully it works. We're going to have to test it before we start running it through the car. It just replaces your number plate like glue. Uses some LEDs as well, so it keeps it there. And yeah, that's the camera there. Let's get to fitting it, guys.
First step to installing this eBay camera, if you can see here, we're going to be taking and removing the head unit out of the center console. And we're going to be looking for these cables. So this is your reverse sort of line in your AV feed, and then we've got a sense cable, which obviously is going to sense it as we click it into reverse and then display the camera on the head unit. So we're going to tear this down, and yeah, we're going to make sure that we have those cables instead of starting at the back, running it through and then getting here and we've got nothing to connect it to. So yeah, we're just going to make sure that we have those fittings and we should be good to go. If you're unsure about cables, normally like they'll only have one feed to the top and then a few at the bottom. Most cars will have different plugs, so you won't get the plugs confused. But again, if you have a pink marker, you can mark dot, like the first one with 1 dot and the second one 2 dots, and then that way you're not going to forget where all the plugs went. And then when you fit everything and put it all back together, have to take it apart again to get it all working again. So yeah, that's that out. Now we're just going to unscrew the head unit and get to those cables. Pulled the head unit forward, and these are the cables that I need to be fitting to the back of the head unit. So this one goes to the sense wire, and that one's meant to plug into the camera, but as I'm looking now, it looks like there's already a reverse camera fitted, because that's an aftermarket plug and that's going to the camera input. And then I can see down here there's a reverse trigger wire, which is what this was meant to fit to, and it's really got a cable fitted to it. But what's weird is that when I go into reverse, there's nothing on the head unit and there's no camera fitted to the back of the vehicle. So someone's obviously had a reverse camera fitted here before, and they've just removed the camera because it got damaged. But yeah, we're probably going to trace out this wire as we run the new one, and for the wire that's going this side, I'm just going to leave it there, tie it up, tuck it neatly away, and yeah, I need to fit this, and then Jack's going to show us how to solder nice and neatly to this trigger wire. So yeah, let's get on to that.
First off, we're just going to snip this one off. This is the trigger wire that's miraculously already there. I'm just gonna strip our wire, strip our trigger wire. My bloody tools. All junk.
Maybe it's not the tools, mate. Don't blame the tools.
Tool behind the wheel, you reckon?
So you're just winding that together?
Just neatly twisting them so they've got nice contact, and then we're gonna always remember to put your heat shrink on first. Made that mistake many times in my life. And we can chuck these two together, nicely twisted.
Another thing as well, when Jack's just to buy the solder, just use like a cardboard box to catch any solder from going and damaging any of your trim, especially if you're doing it in the vehicle. This way you're nice and secure, knowing you're not damaging anything. You know, later you put it back in and then you've got burn marks on your dash and it just looks bad. So yeah, always go the extra mile just to protect the vehicle.
Alright guys, just a nice little bit of solder. We should burn the wood. Try not to breathe it in as well, it's burning lead, quite toxic.
It's not the worst thing you breathe in there, Jack.
No, not at all.
Talking about corn juice, corn fuel.
There guys, we can just chuck on our heat shrink. All nice and heat shrinked up. Now we just got to run our cable.
We have connected the cable there. We've run underneath the dash. You can see the cable here. Gone down inside the kick panel and under the carpet in all the electrical railings. Gone under the rail, side rail. Here's the cable here. Gone up through the boot and come along the floorboard here and up this panel. There goes the cable through here to here, ran, and then we've got that one coming from the head unit to there.
So what we've got here is, that is the reverse camera sensor wire. Then we've got the reverse light trigger. Triggers the sensors when the reverse lights are turned on. So we're actually going to run that through the opposite side, just because we're running out of real estate on that side. And then also we've got, this kit is requiring a power and earth. So we're gonna take it off the cigarette lighter in the rear here, because the Japanese are serial smokers. I don't know why they would need a cigarette lighter in the back. And then we've got this as well. We need to hook up the number plate globe wires to the original number plate globe wires. So that's what we're going to do now. We're just going to hook these two up, hook the reverse wire up, and hook our accessory wire up, and then we should be good to go.
Perfect. Yeah, as soon as we have it all up, we'll give it a test. So let's see how it goes. So we've wired this up. We've got our 12 volt power from the socket over there. We've got our 12 volt live feed from the reverse light. And now it's time to see if this reverse camera actually works. Holding thumbs, haven't tested it out yet, so hopefully we'll see Jack's face when I turn on the ignition. Yeah, powering up. Come on. There we go. Jackie pulling a face there. In reverse, no. I got rear camera, yeah? Hey! Yeah, it works. Sweet. So now we're going to button it all back up, get all the trim set, and yeah, now I've got a reverse camera in my car. Pretty nifty. Instead of washing my hands, more just put the gloves on so I don't dirty any trim. Could have cleaned the tools out at least, Jack. So we finished up the reverse camera in the car. It took us a little bit longer than expected, and we did have to use some of our own materials, like we needed extra length when it comes to the wiring, and these things are pretty standard when you're buying stuff off eBay. Normally people will say things are plug and play, and you go to do it and you find you have to have extra stuff. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If you're buying something, allow a little bit more time than they say, and yeah, don't just think it's going to fall into place. Like, we had to work really hard to get this done, even though it's a simple upgrade, but we enjoyed doing it. We hope that you enjoyed the video, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching, guys. Like, share and subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video.